Oh God, there we go.
All right.
So what are we looking at here?
So this is a 58 Korina Flying V, and it's all, except for the strap locks, which,
Well, that's,
yeah, it's pretty original other than that.
Wow. Okay, so refresh me again here. When did you pick this?
I got
this was
this
during Use Your Illusions?
During the, like right before we actually did Use Your Illusions, we recorded a version of Knocking on Heaven's Door, sort of separately from the rest of the sessions. And I bought this right before that and recorded that song with this guitar.
Wow.
And it just sounds great. It's just...
And where did this come from? Do you remember who you got this from?
I think I bought it through Albert.
This came from
Yeah.
Covers were off when you got it, or
Yeah,
did you
no,
pull
covers
the
were off when I got it. If memory serves, I could be wrong. I might have taken them off.
It's
but
killer.
it's got an amazing tone, this guitar. So it's worth the price of admission.
Now, not to probe you on prices and stuff, but what were these going? What were these going for?
I think I
back
bought that
then?
at that time. I think it was $250,
Yeah,
which was, you know, it was
a lot of money, but
it was a lot of money, but it wasn't as high as they are now.
which is, yeah, crazy, man.
And it's got some wear and tear and stuff on it. So
They all do.
Yeah.
These guitars seem to just peel that finish off. But we were talking. You got a set of the Murphy Lab collectors ones.
Those are amazing guitars, and they did an amazing fucking job. Murphy Lab is really, I mean, it's always been, Murphy stuff has always been great anyway.
Good, yeah.
But they've really stepped it up.
When does this come out these days? Do you ever have
Just
a
in the
moment
studio?
that does come out though,
And
still
it has
in
to
the
be
studio?
something that I'm going, I want that sound.
And you know that sound.
I
in
know
your
exactly
head.
what it
You know
sounds like,
exactly
yeah.
what you're going to get out of this guitar. That's killer.
This is, of course, a Flying V case. And for this last tour, I wanted another V. I wanted something that felt classic and maybe a guitar that never existed.
Yeah.
So I got my first of the custom Vs and started work on it. So,
Yeah, I remember seeing this on stage.
yeah, so this is it's a great guitar. What I did was I moved the jack from here
Out inside the
to here. It's much more practical.
and trying to get a cable
Yeah,
coming
than
out
trying
of the
to get-
front. And, yeah.
And like on the 61 SG Customs, that vibrola piece is so terrific. So on the guitars that I used to do for Washburn, we had a long piece.
Yeah.
And I had it cut because I like being able to palm when I want. So I had this cut down, put on this stop tail piece with tunematic, thicker, bigger frets. I don't know what pickups we ultimately went with because we changed them quite a few times, but also contoured the back.
Give it the belly cut.
Yeah, so it's terrific because it sits much closer to you.
Yeah.
And so you get a little bit of a tilt to it. And I was always partial to Vs with binding on them. In the early days, I had Charlie LeBeau make me a Flying V with one short wing. This wing was shorter, and he thought I was crazy. But I wanted binding because Albert King had that V.
On Lucy. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a terrific guitar, and this was on the end of the road tour.
You had a few of these, right? 'Cause
Yes.
I saw there was like a silver sparkle one and
Yeah,
maybe a couple of these black ones.
Pretty much all of them, except one, they were all this.
Yeah.
I loved it because it's a V that never was. You know, it's got the character and the personality of a classic old guitar.
And it's got a little Star Child.
It's got a
on it,
little
too.
Star Child on it.
Is this rhinestone related here?
Yes, of course.
This is why the burst didn't
Yes.
come out on the road,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. There's no bursts on tour. This got chewed up in no time flat.
Great. What was it like? I remember, all the old Kiss albums. Kiss plays Gibson
Because they
guitars and
want the
Pearl
best.
drums because
Yeah.
they want the best. What was
Yeah.
it like to, you got Tommy back on stage and Gene did his deal, and to finally have some Gibsons back on stage too?
It's
At the end of it, when it all started that way
yeah.
too.
Well, things. I think in life things hopefully come full circle.
Yeah.
Gibson has always been a part of my life, and Gibson is pretty much, for me, the standard that I was hoping to reach, be able to have Gibson guitars. So it only seemed appropriate to me, beyond having a Flying V on this last tour, having a Gibson. This guitar is, again, everything I would want it to be. And it sounds fantastic. And matter of fact, I gave JR one of these that I played on tour.
Fair enough.
More as appreciation, just because I was so humbled. And he said to me, it's a monster. I mean, in the studio, it sounds fantastic. It's a guitar that you should be making.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Now, these, a long history with these, and I remember the black one with kind of the mirrored pick guard. I think it just had the one single pickup in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you said you like asymmetrical guitars. That's a pretty symmetrical guitar, but in terms of classic guitar designs, I mean, for me, that's one of the coolest of all time.
It's as good as it gets. It's just funny because when I see some of the players who use them, I remember seeing the Kinks. Yeah, and with the peg here, and so yeah, I have one here and one here. So because I like a guitar to stay close to me, so it doesn't start swinging. Yeah, Dave Davies had a great one. Kenny Hensley had a great one, and Uriah Heep.
Yeah, just with the wrap instead of a tune-o-matic and a stop tail. I mean, was that just to leave enough room to add a little bit of extra flair on there?
Yeah.
But you still got intonation and tune-o-matic and all that stuff.
I'm a big believer in you want as much downward pressure as possible to resonate in the guitar. So this is a nice way of doing it.
Yeah. Saw that one on stage not that long ago.
Yep.
Cool. This is the one that's transitioning.
This is a known guitar. This is what is lovingly known as the Wing.
58 Korina Flying V.
I think our friend Joe had that out on the road for a while. And I don't know if JD had that out for a while. It's been in the hands of a lot of players. It may or may not have found its new home here in Los Angeles.
It's been here for a while.
It's been here for a while. But it's a 50s, if it's a 58 Korina V, it needs really no explanation.
Yeah. Yeah. This is probably the 7th or 8th one that I've got to get close with. Have you been putting it to work?
I have. You know, we were talking earlier off camera, but I'll tell the story again. I made the Ricky Warwick solo record, and anywhere there was harmony guitar solos where I played both solos, this was one of the guys. This is one of the personalities. Through a tweed bandmaster with a Klon, pan to the left, this guy. I mean, it's a whole other level of fidelity to me.
Yeah, you got bursts and people, that's the guitar. I guess this kind of is above a burst. What does the Korina do, or the shape sonically? Because it's still it's a solid body guitar and you still got the same PAFs that are in the burst and all that, but
what's a work of art, first of all?
Yeah, I mean, it's my favorite shape of all times, and just the coolest guitar.
To my ear, it has this honk, this mid-range thing that a Les Paul's not getting. To me, the Les Paul's got a little more bottom end, different kind of top end. This is kind of cutting through there. It's fatter than an SG. I don't know. We're talking about describing colors, and to everybody it's different, but to me that's kind of where it sits. I think like Fandango. Like when I think of the sound of this guitar, I think Fandango, which everyone should have.
Yeah. Get your Billy on.
Get your Billy on.
We have this wedge-shaped brown case in front of us.
That's weird, isn't it? Plus it's got all kinds of writing on it.
These are my favorites. I'm excited to see this.
Nice pink inside.
Oh man. 58?
58.
This is the one in the Warhol
I believe so, yeah. I've had a few of them, so I'm pretty sure.
Let me see this.
Let's say it is.
Oh, with the Polaroid in there.
Really?
So when would this have been taken? When you got it, or?
I don't know, because I haven't had a Polaroid camera in years, so I didn't even know it was in here.
And Grover Imperials.
Grover Imperials, those are sweet looking.
Did you do that?
I did not do that. That was on there when I got it.
Wow. Now, what condition was this in?
It was exactly like that. I haven't touched it.
But this has been out. This has seen.
This has seen the war.
Yeah.
Been on the road. You know, it's all the pick guard cracked and broken in the right spots. You know, it's like that's the stuff.
Was this the first? So this is the first Korina.
No, not the first Korina I ever had.
Really? Do you remember where this one came from?
It came from down in Oklahoma. Larry Briggs.
Briggs, kind of. What year would that have been, do you think?
80, 82, something like that.
And what were these fetching in 82?
1,700.
Oh, God.
2,000, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it was still all the money back then, but like.
Yeah, but it was like, they were so rare. It's like, you know, it's like, if you see it, get it. You know, it's like, you know, I never hassled or bargained on a price on something that was a fair price and a rare price.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just it was a good idea. Thank you, Gibson, for making these things.
There's something just so beautiful about the symmetry and how everything, even that you have the chevron tailpiece, everything just moves forward right up to the point on that headstock. I just think it's the most beautiful design.
And the big plastic Gibson
on the headstock.
And its rust ride cover. You know, it's all right. And I can't believe that they couldn't sell these things, you know, or they couldn't sell many of them, you know.
It was pretty revolutionary at the time. They really should have had Imperials. It looks great with the Imperials on there.
Okay.
Hendrix didn't own this, right?
Huh?
This is not Jimi Hendrix memorabilia here. This is not an original Hendrix guitar.
This was a great idea, though. I got this from my significant other, Megan, for Christmas last year. And I guess she caught me looking at one in one of the Gibson ads or something. Yeah. And so she got it for me. It was a total fucking surprise. But it is a fucking remarkable sounding guitar. And I used it on this last record.
I was going to say, I remember seeing you using it when we were filming this, all the stuff for the record.
I used it for 2 songs. It's just got a fucking, it's a little bit cleaner than, you know, my regular Les Paul. But it has great sustain. It's got, the neck is different than what I'm used to for a Les Paul, and it's actually smaller. Yeah. And so it's just got a great sort of thumb over kind of capability. But I used it primarily because I did a song with a talk box on the record. You've seen this before.
Yeah.
And it was a perfect sound for the talk box. Sometimes the Les Paul can make the talk box a little bit too distorted.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes single coils, but I don't really use single coils that often. So this sort of splits the difference.
And basically just threw your set of pickups in there, and that's it. So we'll be seeing this thing out on the road.
Yeah, this is coming out on the road with me, yeah, for sure.
Very cool. Well, anybody who's a fan of Flying Vs, got to have one of these too.
You got it.
Kind of can tell by the case what's in here.
I was a stickler with my original V. Of course, you had the case. And nowadays, if you don't have your original case, it really is more suspect, especially with the amount.
Especially with Korina guitars, because there's so few. Yeah. Wrong case is kind of not a good start.
So, you know, I thought this was vibey. So my friend in Canada, Gordon Miller, who has a GM Vintage, he was making cases. So I was like, well, yeah. I taught him how to relic cases. And I guess in return, he made me this case. He hand sewed it. And,
wow. That's,
you know,
it's great.
It's cool. And we all know what's inside of it. So this is a 2006. Quite honestly, I wasn't crazy about the guitar. And I didn't find it very playable or friendly when I had it. There were some things about this guitar that I loved, the aesthetics, clearly. I mean, it's such a classic instrument. For a recreation, it still wasn't perfect. I know that what you guys are doing now is about as good as it gets, but in 2006, it left something to be desired. So I called Kim and we went through it, wound up with this, which is arguably my best sounding guitar.
Really?
It's a fantastic sounding guitar, and he did a great job on it. The neck wasn't right. The neck was a bit clunky. Now it's terrific.
So this is the 59 reissue, which pretty similar to a 58, I suppose, but great weight.
Yeah.
Great weight. When you had the original, how often would that come out?
That was in the studio. Whenever I was in the studio, that was in the studio. So again, it was played on Destroyer. It was one of my go-tos for the studio because I couldn't take it on tour. It would have looked like one of the other.
What do you find the Korina does? Because obviously different than a maple topped mahogany guitar and different than an SG and all that kind of stuff. Did you notice a tonal thing with these guitars?
I find them, again, throaty is what comes to mind. I don't find it that different than a mahogany body. I mean, Korina isn't.
It's in the same family, similar family, yeah.
But as far as the aesthetic of it and the design, I think, aesthetics affect how you play. Perhaps it brings something out in the player. I think all guitars do that. You don't play the same on one as you do on the other. And this is, during rehearsals for the tour, whenever I would have this guitar, all the guys would say, "That's your best sounding guitar."
Yeah. It's just, perfection of design, just stunning, everything about it.
And this rubber piece.
The rubber pad.
Yeah. It's,
and the Raise logo. There's just so much stuff that I could go on for days.
That's basically like the automobile mentality into a guitar. So this is very much something that you would see on a car.
Cadillac or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a terrific instrument, and it really is, I'm not trying to convince myself or anyone else, but it's really, again, an example of you don't have to have something that's super old to have something that's great.
Yeah.
To me, this pleases my aesthetic of wanting, something vintage looking without having to find it prohibitive.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic.
Well, this I'm bringing this back to Cesar. He lent me it, and this is something that I haven't seen many of. My predecessor used one, KK Downing, one of my all-time favorite guitar players in the world. Michael Schenker used one back in the day. This is a Medallion V, and I think they made these in, what, 71?
Yeah, 71 too.
71,
Still has a medallion on the case.
71 and 72, and I think we only made 350. So when this one came up for sale, I snatched it immediately. This I bought from Elliot at Rumble Seat.
Well, I wanted to get it off of you for a week or so, because as I said, I haven't seen many of them. So yeah, here it is. I mean, if that's not Mr. KK Downing on a Sunday morning, I don't know what is, but
How did you like it?
it's killer. It's killer. It's very acoustically vibrant out of the case, and you can always tell. You go in the store and you pick up a guitar without plugging it in. It's loud. Or it's not. And this one's loud and acoustically vibrant and just a beautiful playing guitar. So I recorded a couple of things with it. So.
And he had we looked at the 62 SG, the one that shouldn't be.
Yeah.
He had that with him for a while as well.
Oh yeah, the one with those fire P90s.
Mm-hmm.
How is the neck on this? I haven't played this one yet. It's because a lot of these are tiny. Yeah.
This one is small and comfortable. But yeah, it does what it says on the tin. It's beautiful condition, sounds great, pickups are killer, and the medallions match. I heard there was back in the day people would take them off the case and put them on a. Oh, good God!
What's going on?
Hey guys,
What's happening?
Merry Christmas.
What are you doing here?
This one, Korina, but has been painted red.
Yeah, that's
Cardinal red.
No joke.
And it did have a little tiny Bigsby down there at the bottom. And supposedly it came from you know who.
Yeah. So, Imperials again.
Oh, yeah.
Was that you this time, or did
Nope.
that you found two Korina Vs that
the way
both
they
had
were.
Imperials on?
Yeah.
So this one's a 59,
Yeah.
which is actually even rarer than the 58s because
Yeah.
I think there's only 19 that shipped in.
They were so rare
59.
that's yeah, whatever.
Refin didn't bug you.
Are you kidding me? I have
is what
I
it
have a
is.
picture of another one where the headstock is red also, from that era, from 59 or 60. It's a band that I don't even know who they are, but I had seen that, and then this. Although I've never had the Bigsby on it because I have it in another spot, but you can see the dowel rod.
Filled in the snake bite.
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I mean, since it's already refinished, have you ever thought about
No.
making a checkerboard?
Sure, I might. Maybe I'll do it.
Hey, it's already refinned. Might as well be checkerboard. That's awesome. You notice any differences between 58s and 59s, or is it just pretty much when they ship?
They're so rare that like I said, I don't really mind the radius or the circumference or the V shape. It's like they're just cool. So it's like if you can't play this, then you're in trouble anyhow. So I would take it no matter what. If it had a baseball bat for a neck on it.
That's killer.
I think they're light though too.